Hello one for our first, I guess you call it project of the league. So pretty much from all the couple last two videos I posted about the rusted and polished scarab stuff, I decided to go bigger with it now. Still polished scarabs, but we're gonna do it on a bigger scale at this point. Where is it at? We're gonna be doing 96 maps now. So I have 96 polished cartographer, harbinger, elder, and divination. Elder is just because I didn't have any. These were the three I cared about the most. Elder I just threw in there just for old times, no more monsters in the map. There's really nothing for this last scarab that matters. And then pretty much what we're going to be doing is 96 Crimson Temple maps, all with 20% Delirious on it. And pretty much the maps, all they are is just 20% quality and out pretty much to anything I can run. I didn't care what the pack size is, like this one's at 19, 20 over here, like 24 here. Like I don't care what that is. I'm just doing it based on Alk and Goes type thing. Like I have all the sextants already ready to go. The sextants we're gonna be doing with this is pretty much this column are all the garbage ones because the 4 sextant didn't matter to me. Like like anything that gives me more pack size, like reflect, more mont rares, chaos, fire, lightning, like all those garbage ones. The other 3 though is I'm running altars with this one to try ritual this league. So we're doing both ritual ones. We're pretty much getting the free ritual, and then we're also doing the free first reroll. Mainly reason why I'm using the first reroll is because I'm not fully juicing these maps. If you want to do ritual correctly, pretty much Grimrose strategy is probably the best one out of anyone's. Is where you would do like an open layout map like Duns or something like that, which is open layout. And you do Legion also because Legion monsters count towards ritual. The way I'm doing this one, I'm not really trying to go for, the 10 plus K ritual essence every time. I'm just doing whatever, just try something else different. So that's why I'm using the free reroll because I'm not going to have as many points. Like I think when I was averaging this on Strand, it was only between like 4 to 10K depending on the map layout. So that's why the free extra reroll does help. And I'm still doing the Harbinger this league. Harbinger is extremely good. Exalted Orbs are going up now. Ancient Orbs sell extremely good. Annulments sell very well. The Fractures, the Fracture Shards sell extremely well. That's most of my currencies came from this league. So that's why I'm still doing Harbinger. And we're still going to keep doing the Harbinger on the map device. I'm still going to keep doing that for now. So that's why I put out the currency already. Where if I can find a tab. So that's why I have the 576 chaos right here already. So it should take out from this, so it shouldn't be a problem at the end. In a sense, why I put the scarabs in here also. And also when I do this, I'm only gonna count the pretty much like the currency tab, the fragments, divination cards that matter. I'll turn all the ones in for like currency and stuff and take out anything that's garbage. Maps, which we're gonna get a lot of. Fossils I put in here, I don't think fossil tab is going to be anything. It's mainly to see if any of these drop. Everything else up here probably doesn't matter. And Delirium is mainly just for the for these, even though they're not worth anything in this league. But like anything like oils, essences, or metamorph stuff which shouldn't drop. Any of this stuff drops, I'm not going to count it. Just make it easier. I'm going to count the stuff that matters. Where's that? So pretty much doing 96 Crimson Temple maps. Every map's about 5 chaos, give or take. Pretty much all the polished stuff I did on bulk price. So it was like 3.5 for Harbinger, Cartographer was about 3.6, and Div was about 3.5 when I bought them, and Elder was like 2. Deli Orbs, heads up also on these. I've used pretty much 90% of these are the currency ones because I had so many of them. I had like over 70 of them from all the ones I was rolling. So I have a bunch of currency ones. There's some couple divinations, a couple map ones. Somewhere in here. So when I do them, if any divine orbs drop from the delirious bar filling up, I'll try to keep those track. I might screw it up, but I'm gonna try my best to keep track of them. I should get a decent amount of them because they do drop pretty common. And pretty much I'll just keep track of that. Same thing with ritual. If I get divines and rituals, I'll try to keep track of that also. So yeah, like Deli Orb is pretty much the biggest price of that because I just did it at 10 chaos each, which is normal price. The ritual The Sextants, pretty much the ritual ones, about 20 chaos each. The rerolls were at 10. The Harbinger shards are dropping to 20. And the trash ones I did at 3 because pretty much you're paying for the blank compass, which is 1 chaos, and then the Awakened Sextant, which is like 2 chaos in general. So that's why I did 3 for those. So all in all, for the 96 maps, it's 4,622 chaos when I bought all this. And right now the vines are at 240 chaos each, which they're going up again. So overall, this is about 20 divines worth of investment for these 96 maps. I'm pretty sure we're going to make money on this no matter what. It's just how much currency for the how much time. It'll be the interesting part. Because pretty much it's roughly, I'm hoping, you know, a decent amount of currency, but that's what I want to see for sure doing this. And also real fast, the Atlas tree, it's pretty much taking all the ritual nodes, Harbinger nodes again, and a little bit of Deli orbs again. It's pretty much what I've been running all league, with a couple changes, but pretty much I'm blocking all the lead mechanics. You can unblock Legion if you really want to. It's probably the good idea. You know, all the higher map or the higher map tiers. You know, the Singular Focus, the Harbinger Wheel again. These 2 bottom points were just extra. These 2 points most likely probably should go into Quant, to be honest, but I'm lazy. And then Ritual, it's every single Ritual point except for the ones down here, because you don't need the chance. And I'm not doing the Final Altar as 15% chance to drop a Bloodfill Vessel. I don't feel like selling those, so I don't care about that one. So I'm just going with everything else that's Ritual. You know, Ritual. You know, I'm still doing the red boss, that's why I took all the red nodes again. You know, the Delirium Wheel is pretty much just for higher chance to get more rewards. And then since we're in the free completion at the end for an extra bar. You know, we're taking the top hat, the Harbinger Wheel, the 2 extra points I had left over. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. It's very basic. But let me try to run this real fast, because this is going to be a long video. So let me just grab 4 of these. These are the ones that have reflect, so I need to reflect 1. 4 of those. It'll be easier once I get this down a little more. I can put them all. I could take all the scarabs and break them out and put them all into this tab. Oh, this one's easier. But this part's gonna take a while. And then hopefully it takes from the correct tab. That's all I want to check this too. So 576. And Harbinger, we're not going to do this. Keep it red. I think we're good. Make sure it took from this tab. It did not. I gotta fix this to figure it out. So that's a good thing I checked that. So I gotta figure out why that's not taking from the tab. Let's go. This book can't even run Sanctums, I don't think. And I forgot a lot of trades up right now too. So yeah, like the everyone, to be honest, all your numbers at the end of this, if you run this yourself, will be very different because you know it's altars make a big difference into it. I don't care about that one. And also, I am favoring the Duns map still, just for if I decide to go Legion. That's why I'm just doing them just in case. If you don't need to have the other maps, you'll get more of these maps if you don't do it. Also, we're trying this now with the upgrade I made to the gloves. Okay, the mobility on hit seems like it's doing a lot better now. And then rituals, I just do them, to be honest, as they come up. I'm not going to sit there, you know, try to kill the boss and then go backtrack. I don't care about backtracking too much. And I know this is going to lag a lot. Give me a heads up too. For some reason, ritual and recording never go together that well. Not sure exactly why, but it's always been a problem. But yeah, you can definitely tell on this map you're going to get a lot less tribute than the Strand one did, which is definitely going to be a problem in the long run, but you take what you get. But yeah, I'm hoping we can at least average like 4,000+. It just makes it easier for re-rolling. But yeah, this map in general I don't think is the best for Ritual. I think if you're going to run Ritual, like I said, open layout would be a lot smarter of an idea. I just wanted to run these maps anyways, that's why I'm doing, you know, this map. But most likely I probably will get rid of Ritual after this project's over. And I gotta get rid of that Divine. And anything I have pre-saved from Ritual, I'm not gonna include in this project. Like I have a Divine Orb in there. I think there's like 20 Chaos that I deferred from previous runs. So once I get those out, I'm not gonna include those in this project to make it more fair. Also. And all these gems also will not be included. But if you're going to level gems, gems actually level pretty quick with Delirious active for some reason. This is number 4, so this is going to be a low roll one. Actually, 6,000 is actually not bad. It's not bad for not taking, what you want to call it? Like any of the big Legion, all that kind of stuff. Good there. It's right in the map. Like, to be honest, I don't think picking up single Simulacrum stars is also even worth doing. because of how cheap they are. This is like 30 chaos, maybe if that. So it's like 300 clicks, or 300 clicks just for 30 chaos. So that's pretty much the map. You know, it's 9 bars is okay. I always pretty much average between 9 and 10. Is what it looks like. Depends on the layout. Like, so pretty much. So like the Divine Orb and 10 Chaos, those will not be counted towards this. I just want to get them up eventually. I just got to renumber for myself. 9 Chaos. So oh yeah, so 9 Chaos. And so 20 Chaos and a Divine Orb will not be part of this. Actually, won't matter. I can't go to all pages anyway. So I gotta write that down so I number this for future. So 1 div. And it looks like 20 Chaos. Okay, so nothing. So I'm going to get rid of the Divine Orb at least for now. That will not count for this project. Okay, so this once I get the 20 Chaos out of here, then everything else will count. And I can't re-roll it, so I should not have done that. Okay, well that's pretty much it for the map. So I'm going to run the other 95 of these left. It's going to take a good amount of time. So I don't screw this up. This Divine Orb does not count. But yeah, like all the 6 links, I'm going to include those too. Like, you know, that won't count, so we don't have to worry about that at least. Or it doesn't matter anyway. But pretty much I'm going to keep running these. I'm going to see how it goes. This is probably going to take a good amount of time, maybe a couple days to do. So I'm going to cut the video here, run these, and we'll be right back with the results. I'll see everyone in a couple seconds. Okay, so we're finally back. This took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. So this took me, it's about a day and a half of playing, full playing. Pretty much, I think it was like 12 plus hours on stream was one day, and the next day it was like another 7 hours to finish, or 7 hours to finish this. So almost 20 hours to run 96 maps because of Ritual, pretty much. The Harbingers, it's very time consuming. Harbinger takes up a lot of time, especially when you're doing 7-8 of them per map. You know, Ritual alone has always been time consuming. But I wanted to try it, so I did. And actually no, it's a little bit less because I did Monster's Treasure. So it's probably like actually like 15, 16 hours, give or take, is what it took me to do. But that was also with trades, me being lazy and stuff like that. But let's go into the actual stuff. So I want to put out real fast. Okay, my atlas is not correct right now, so don't look at this. This is the atlas from the last video. But pretty much, like, this does change the drops a lot. So if you're running red versus blue, it's gonna pretty much change a lot of your currency. Because like blue, you know, you have your Divine Shrine. Red, you have a lot of Chaos Orbs, Val Orbs, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's why, you know, there's so much Chaos Orbs here, is because of that shrine. You know, Ritual, the shrines, all that kind of stuff. Like the Val Orbs, the shrines. Same with like the Unmakings, the Sextants, the Orb of Regrets, the Scourings. I think those are the main ones from the shrines. Maybe go here and there. But yeah. Oh yeah, GCPs. Like, that's where a lot of this stuff came from, is from the red shrines. That's one of the biggest factors into this. So definitely your shrine you take will make a big factor. So this heads up in advance. So pretty much before I show the actual numbers, I want to give a heads up real fast. I did get 3, I would say I would say 4 lucky drops. One's in the trade tab right now. These 4 items were not included into the numbers whatsoever, because I think these items are extremely rare to get, and you're probably not going to get these unless you run like a lot. I'd say these were very lucky drops. That's why I did not want to include them. From Ritual, I got a +1 Frenzy Charge shield that hasn't sold yet, but that's still like a big chunk of money. We got a Harvest, what do I call it, or memory. This is about like 1.7 divines. Did not include this because memories are extremely rare. We got a Insane Cat. This dropped. This is about like 16, 17 divines. People were saying, based on what I've heard, is that this drops only from Kozilek and what's his name? Whatever the other one is. From the Delirium bosses. Whatever the names are. People are saying it only drops from them. I don't know. I don't remember if I killed the boss or not when this dropped because it was off stream. But like this card did not count because I think this is gonna be extremely rare. As like an Apothecary dropped, I wouldn't count that either. And also I got an Unrequested Love dropped. This also I did not count because I think this is extremely rare to get, and I don't think people are gonna get these items, so that's why I did not want to include this in the numbers. If I included this, it would have changed the numbers around so much. That's why I didn't want to include it. But pretty much going into, so I'm gonna also the GCPs, 25 of these alone were just from me picking up what you want to call it, random quality gems and just selling to a vendor at the end. So that's where 25 of these came from. The jewelers, I would say 4,000 easily 4,000 of these were just from selling 6 links or 6 sockets. I had over, I think it was 4 to 5 quad tabs full of 6 sockets that I was selling off at the end. So obviously, if you're picking them up or not, it's to make a big difference. It's personally, it's up to you. Apparently, it's like one divine. Actually, it's like 2 divines. It's close to 2 divines worth of jewelers. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert all my jewelers. There you are. In the chance orbs, I'm gonna convert the chances into scourings and the jewelers into fusings when this is over. I just wanted to keep it like this to show how many jewelers from 6 sockets. Obviously, filter base if you're gonna get these or not. We got 1.5. Oh shit! Hold on. That shield still something mad. But pretty much the fracturing orb, I only got 25 shards out of all the maps. Pretty much, if you think about it, it was the boss can drop these also, so it's about 8 per map you're doing times 96 maps. So that's 768 harbingers pretty much I killed in the whole time. Divide that by 25. So it's about 1 out of every 30 harbingers dropped 1 fracturing shard. Obviously, it's not completely true because some of them dropped 1, some dropped up to 1 to 3 is what the average was. So it's very random. Don't need that open. What else? Like fusing 6 links. They dropped common like 76 annulment orbs, 80 ancient orbs, 10 exalts, 6 divines. 2 of them were from the deli orbs. The rest of them were drops. Nothing from ritual. You know, a lot of the bubblegum stuff. 219 stack decks. This only came from the deli div one. Not too much in here. Like 1 exalt, 1 annulment, some random this that doesn't mean anything. You know, a lot of these, which is obvious. Fragment tab. Oh, it's not fragment tab. That's fragment tab. For some reason, I don't know why, Ritual would not stop giving these to me. I had a lot more of these, but I couldn't keep up with it, with only getting between 4,000 to 8,000 per map. So it's impossible to keep up in general, but this is still a lot. And bulk, these are like 20 Chaos E, so it's worth it. You know, 11 vessels, I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't really trying to pick up vessels. Scarabs, you know, it's all over the place, the scarabs. It's just what they are. Pretty much what I did with this, I went through and I priced it based on if you started from 0 to running all full 96, because this is how much you would get, about 3 of each. It's all like 3.4 and I did the math on it, so I only counted as 3 to be on the more fair side, like 3 full rotations. And then pretty much these are like the random invitation that drop, like 1 forgotten, a hidden, a form, and a fear. For some reason, forms are 0.4 divines. I don't know why they're 110 chaos right now, but they are. Makes no sense. Cards, pretty much like, 3 darker halves. We got 1 7-year bad luck, 1 academy, which not worth anything anymore. We got 1 dragon's heart, 2 patience, and 1 winter embrace. Pretty much like we got. Oh, actually, I didn't get the enlightened one. Thought I did. Well, I guess I didn't. I thought I got the one for enlightened, but I guess I did not. But yeah, we got like 1. We got 2 out of the 4 cards that drop in the map. We just didn't get the enlightened or the apothecary. Maps, a lot. There's 191 maps here. This is pretty much due to like the Deli orbs that gave maps out. That's why there's different ones in here that are not the Strand, Duns, and Crimson Temple. Like Crimson Temple, I have 44 here plus another 120 here. You get so many. But I calculate I only have 4 chaos each because, most of them are Crimson Temple. That's what they sell at. Like Strand sells a little bit higher. So it's like I just said 4, make it easy. It's Guardian maps, like all of these ones were pretty much from the Deli orbs. Like I think the boss only dropped a couple of them. Mostly Deli orbs dropped most of these. And I think Ritual had, the Drox was Rituals. And I think 1 more was Ritual. But yeah, like these 2 are Duns. If you look at these real fast, Dun, Crimson Temple. Maze, Underground, Dun. So like these 2 were obviously from. That's how you can tell too. Like those 2, the Grotto, 3. So yeah, I think only the 3. A couple of these drop, and most of them were just from the Deli orbs we expected. And like almost 6 Simacrums, which aren't worth anything right now. Not even 1 divine for 7. 1 divine's like 7 or 8 of them now. But that's pretty much that part. So let's go into the actual breakdown. So divines did change overnight. Last night, if I can build this up actually, hold on a second. That one. That looks bigger, I think. I think that's bigger now. Let me do this real fast. This gets annoying. Close, open. So overnight, last night they were 200, or yesterday morning, I guess they were 240 chaos each, and as of now they're up to 300 chaos per divine, which I think is ridiculous. I don't know why it's this expensive, but it's definitely did change the numbers around a little bit. So because of that, it changed the total investment from like a 20 divine project down to like a 15 divine investment. And pretty much it was 4,600 chaos we spent on to start this. And we made 12,439 chaos, which was, already known to make money. So we pretty much profited almost 8,000 chaos, which is about 26 divines profit. If this was still yesterday's number, we would have profited 32 divines. But because of the price, the fact that divines, I don't know what I did. But because of the price of divines are being so expensive now, it pretty much cut like 5 divines off our profit. Trades, pretty much only 2 items sold. We had a jewel with life, fire multi, and fire damage sold for 1.5 divines. And then a sin jewel with blind on hit for 35 chaos. But pretty much like the currency tab, that was about 8,000 chaos alone. So that currency tab alone paid for the whole project, which is obvious. The divination card, 600 chaos. The scarab tab, 400. Rest of the garbage fragments was 300. Invitations were 7. The maps were like 1,200 chaos. The special maps, which were like the Conquer and all those kind of maps, was like 300. And the delis were just the these ones, and like I calculate like 30 chaos or 30 chaos or so because it's almost a full one. But yeah, like, overall, I mean, it worked out. Like I knew this was gonna make money. I thought it'd make more money. I was expecting the divine orbs to be like this, but we probably made roughly 26. Say 26. We'll say it took us 15 hours. I mean, it's almost 2 divines an hour we made. I mean, it's not the best. I mean, if it was if it was still the price of yesterday, it would have been like maybe around 2 divines, so maybe a little bit more per hour. Is it the best? Probably not. There's definitely a lot better strategy. Like Expedition, I was making more per hour. I wanted to try Ritual. It's a big hit or miss. If I calculated, the shield, the memory, the 2 divination cards, then obviously our number would have been like, what, 60, 70 divine profit, give or take? 20, like 20, yeah, something like that. But I didn't want to calculate it in because it's always been random every time you do this. But that's for the end of this project for the league. I'm going to pretty much combine everything together, which is going to, and then sell everything. That's probably going to take like an hour or two. And then from there, I should be able to get the Headhunter. So we can actually start doing some like Legion farming maybe. I can re-roll off of this build. It's something I want to play. That should be able to do Sanctum, which I haven't done yet. But pretty much that's what I wanted the first project of the league. We'll see where this goes, on how much money I get, which way we think is best to go next. I will probably put a build guide out about this build next, I think, or later. Most likely next. I will link in the description below the POB of the current one, because I'm probably gonna make changes now to it if I once I get off the this belt and onto a new belt. So it's probably gonna make a lot of changes to the build once to do that. But I'll link the POB in the description below of this one. It's pretty much the, I think it's what's his Tripolar's build, I think is what I was told in chat. He's the one who I think made the build or something, or Root2 made a video. I'm not sure who made it originally, but this is pretty much like the mid-budget version before I go to high budget anyway. But first project's done. We'll see where we go next. If you like the video, subscribe below. Follow on Twitch. If there's any other if there's projects you're doing, like money making strategies you know of, put in the description below for other people who are trying to find out ways to make currency, because I know everyone's does currency different than every league. But hope you liked the video. Hope to see everyone on the next one. Goodbye, everyone.